What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York invading California for NAMM 2019, and we are here with one of New York's finest, Suffocation. Thank you for your time.
How you doing, man? Nice, thank you.
Yeah, it's so great to have you here. Before we get into the good old gear rundown, just a couple questions. You just did your Farewell to Frank tour. What I was curious about is with Of the Dark Light being the latest record, would you say that that was like the perfect way to kind of like say farewell to Frank even before you announced that tour?
You know, Frank knew for a long time that he was going to be out, but he kind of just got to the point where this was a good time for him to make an official farewell run. So he did his sign off in North America, which was that run we did at the end of 2018, and he's also going to go sign off in Europe. He's going to go sign off in Japan. He's going to basically say his goodbyes, globally. But I think that last run in the U.S. was the last thing for him here. But I don't think the Of the Dark Light was an intentional last record for him. He just knew that when the time was right, he was going to step down, and Of the Dark Light was the record that was his last record.
Yeah, it was a kick-ass record, so if that's any death metal frontman to make their last, that's the one.
Right.
Now, I know you weren't in the band during like the formation of Suffocation, yeah, but like I know that Suffocation is a Long Island death metal band along with bands like Internal Bleeding and Pyrexia and so much more. So when you play New York City, I mean, that Gramercy Theater show, I think it was more crowded there than it is here at NAMM. Like,
that was so fun.
So it's fair to say like New York still has a great happening death metal scene, right?
Absolutely. You know, everywhere we go, we're pretty fortunate. Suffo's got a pretty good worldwide, thing going on, but New York definitely, they love the band, and it's so fun to see, Frank getting choked up, to the people at the, his last New York show. New York's definitely alive and kicking for Suffo.
Now, one question I was really curious about is because you guys, being that Suffocation was around during the time of, the Cannibal Corpse and Morbid Angel, but, Suffocation has a very technical death metal sound. Was that kind of like a preconceived idea? Like, is something ever come first in songwriting? Do you need that technical riff? Is there a rhythm you follow?
I mean, I think the aggressive element was the first and most important first element that you had. You had the aggression, and then the technicality and the brutality and the slams and stuff all kind of just followed suit. I think it's the aggression is the first most important element.
Yeah, definitely. And one other question I have before we get into gear talk is, what can the future hold for Suffocation? Can we expect a new awesome follow-up to Of the Dark Light soon? Is there anybody who could be, even though they're big shoes to fill in for Frank?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is the band's not done. Frank, we knew he's been kind of talking about being done for a while now. So it's one of those things that, yeah, you're definitely going to get another record out of the band. And, it's been tough jumping through hoops with, who's going to do this. And we have Ricky Myers from California who's been doing a lot of the stuff for us, and he's doing really good right now. And so you'll be seeing Suffocation coming through your town. That's not going to stop. And you will see another record, and we're not going to skip a beat. Frank's awesome, he'll be missed, but the band is still a driving force.
Awesome, could definitely tell. Yeah, and let's just do a quick gear rundown. I heard we talked about this a couple of times, I think at your tour with Black Dahlia Murder, that you actually have your basses custom made, right?
Yeah, yep, definitely. I can send you some images and stuff if you want to feature it. But yeah, I got a guy over in Germany, a company called The Devil's Choice, and he's custom hand making these basses for me, and they're dynamite. They're the highest quality craftsmanship, best wood, best electronics, and a really good style. This guy's like putting together some really sick stuff. So I'll make sure to get you some of the images and the links and stuff to go check him out. And yeah, it's a different world. I'm not playing this upright little basses. I'm playing a really vertical, really unique style of instrument, and they feel great, and they look great, they sound great. I just love them.
Yeah. Do you need a specific type of bass to play the music? Is this bass meant to fit the music that you play, or is it just like something that you felt like in touch with?
No, I would think that the instruments that I'm playing are definitely catered, customized, to play really brutal, heavy sounding music with a ton of punch and a ton of stab. So I mean, it's not to say you can't pick up a Fender and put the right strings on it and put the right preamps on it and make it sound really good, because you can. But it's like this instrument that I'm playing, these instruments I'm playing from this guy are just definitely made for real brutal music. And not to say you couldn't string it a certain way and go play it in a country band, but it wouldn't look right.
If that happens, make a country version of Suffocation.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there just anything else you would like to promote, or any shout-outs you'd like to give for the Suffo family?
Yeah, it's just we'll be coming through to Smash like we always do, so don't be afraid that certain people can't do it. And that's just the reality of life. So Suffo's not going anywhere anytime soon.
All right. Well, Derek, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Everybody, Derek of Suffocation, of the Dark Light, pick that shit up if you haven't already, and they are not dead. They will be back. We'll see you next time on Heavy New York, everybody.